The greatest football team.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Miami Dolphins. Final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. At their own 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off play action. Harrison. He'll dump this off to Achane. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 13 yards on the game's opening play. It's a pretty nice throw right there from the rookie. And this, of course, is game number 2 of his NFL career. His guys did not get the win, Charles, in the opener. But what did you see from him last week?
Well, I think all things considered, he played pretty well, and I don't think I'd pin the loss on him. But there's no question, this is a learning process, and that was step 1, and he's hoping on the road to glory.
On the ground, this is and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The Dolphins had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these 2 probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
They tried to tiptoe the pylon, but they're going to say he stepped out at the 1-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 47 yards. First and goal at the 1-yard line. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal.
Here we go.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. At their own 35-yard line. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. You talk about this Miami defense. And they played well against the pass. Currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
This is such a good unit of covering passes downfield. I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes. See if they can generate some run after the catch. But nothing doing on that one.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
In motion comes the tight end left. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Waddle now to return it. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34. This defense for the Steelers, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles, 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats, Buffalo 18.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
As a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early. That's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Ready! Ready!
That's caught. Waddle on the left side. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 49 yards. And the Dolphins are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up first and 10. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And he's missed now on his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Let's go now.
First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2.
And that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
On third down, here's Etienne. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. 4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. A chance for Waddle on the return. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd down and 6 now from the 26.
Here we go. Set. 19 lights.
Achane here. They stay on the ground. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. You look at the Steeler defense. This unit 3rd best in the NFL in stopping the run.
We know it's only week 1, but the results are pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. Got some nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this going.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Harrison. Now he'll tuck this and run. They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing their quarterback on the run.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Looking to throw. Harrison. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 32-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Dolphins are going to get a fresh set of downs. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
18, Pioneer.
Operating from the gun. Harrison. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
Ready. 60 Eagles. Check. Check up.
Up the middle, Achane. And a nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Ready, set.
So they need 2 yards here on third down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up fourth.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the first down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. From 3 yards out. And the Dolphins take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. An extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-0. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't... Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Let's go, go.
They'll start on the ground with Wright. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
On second down, here's the option. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Short throw caught by Pitts. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Dolphins, first down. First and
Come
10
19,
at the 45-yard line.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
Back to throw. Harrison. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be second down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 4. Draw play, this is Wright. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
19 tight, 19 tight.
First and 10 at the 33-yard
Panther
line.
80. Panther 11, Panther 11.
Looking to throw. Harrison. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
H.M. gets it from the gun. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down.
Ready? 70 Lions. Go.
Back to throw. Harrison. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Kyle Pitts, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Dolphins continue to pull away here this first half. Point after, right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Hands it off out of the gun. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a first down.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It looks like they'll move things around here.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Looking left side, and it's complete. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Okay,
things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick, 79 Broncos. Mustang,
Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Kyle Pitts halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And not much happening there as he'll get it back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. Shedding through the defense. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster the first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing you have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. They just have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this throw will be intercepted. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half. But it was a downright miserable first half. This carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there. And there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
Down the left sideline. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devon Achane, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Dolphins 42, Steelers nothing.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
You don't see that a ton, do you, with a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle?
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the 1st down.
Well, I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They're going to try and throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
Well, partner, that was a heck of a play right there because there is no chance that he was the primary receiver on that play. Definitely checked it down to him and just said, please, help us out, make a play. And he does and delivers a 1st down.
And he'll just get rid of it.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the 1st time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 12-yard line. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. That's to the pylon and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays.
A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Boswell good with the extra point. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter.
Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the... And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. And it'll be a turnover. This is going the other way. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. But firing in that time, it was Nick Herbig. Credit him with a sack.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
60 boxes, 60 boxes.
Operating from the gun, Harrison. That's going to be caught by Waddle. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And 3rd and 8 now.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
That is caught. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
For the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball in his hands.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, second down.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run.
Here we go. Cut.
They'll run for it with Achane. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 82 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And that's how you get back in good graces with your head coach after you fumbled the last time out. He's determined, A, to hold on to the football, and B, to run with purpose and make up for his...
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins have taken a 6-touchdown lead. We've seen this already from him in this game. Second time he's into the end zone with a rushing touchdown.
So the head coach is going to have a meeting with the owner this week. You know why? He's got to let the owner know, I know you wrote the check for his arm, but we're going to make him a part of our running game too. This guy can do it all. Let's see where he takes us.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
There's a nice pickup right there. After watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. The first down carry here for Johnson. And some strong running. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands but could not hang on.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
2nd and 10.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. They'll set up a throw. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not...
Rondell Moore, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point put through by Boswell as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. You just kind of feel for the defense right now, this deficit. They have not been able to stop them the entire game, Charles. And some hands-on hits, some long faces out there on the defensive side. They're like, oh, my gosh, we got to face these guys again here.
Yeah, people don't understand how hard it is when you're on the side that's being dominated to keep your head up and continue to play hard. And that's what they're going through right now, trying to find that pride inside of them to allow them to continue to fight, even though they are down huge in this game.
Off the bootleg, Harrison. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I want him out. They tend to leave him in.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Go!
Again, it's Achane. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, But they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Looking to throw. Harrison. Open man. That's Hill complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Ready.
A run straight ahead with H.M. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 6. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
But we just saw the recipe for success right there. Big body, strong, agile, playing with great leverage in hands. Not really able to be blocked on that play. Close things down inside.
This one thrown underneath to H.M. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the first down at around the 22. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. On now the Miami field goal unit. And this a 39-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they will try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll look to throw. They'll drop that underneath to ETN. How did he stay on his feet? And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
A gain of 30. First down, Pittsburgh.
And now an audible here into something else. They'll look to throw now on first down. And a throw right sideline is complete. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Boswell good with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolves. Go.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Hey. 60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
And they take a knee.